I want to talk about Lost in Translation and why watching the movie is truly a rewarding experience. The plot of the movie is simple, which can be described as two lonely Americans who feel lost in Tokyo and make an unlikely connection with each other at the Park Hyatt Hotel. Our characters never interact for the first 30 minutes, except for a few awkward smiles and glances as strangers. This allows us to understand how alone each are, especially in the backdrop of Tokyo, with its glowing neon lights, skyscrapers, and the symphony of sounds outside the hotel windows. It's only in the confines of the hotel where the two meet by chance at the lounge bar.
You're probably just having a midlife crisis. Did you buy a Porsche yet?
You know, I was thinking about buying a Porsche. What do you do?
I'm not sure yet, actually. I just graduated last spring.
It's after this meeting we find out the movie is truly about two people adrift, unsatisfied by circumstances. Bob is a middle-aged actor caught in a life which has lost its zest and purpose, doing what he ought to be doing instead of doing what he wants to do.
And getting paid $2 million to endorse a whiskey when I could be doing a play somewhere.
And then there is Charlotte, a student of philosophy seeking herself, her soul lost and adrift. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know what she wants. Her life is a quest for authenticity of self.
And the more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
Yeah. I just don't know what I'm supposed to be. You know? I tried being a writer, but I hate what I write. And I tried taking pictures, but they're so mediocre, you know? And every girl goes through a photography phase. You know, like horses.
Bob becomes a mentor of sorts to Charlotte. He's honest about life's ups and downs, but tells her that he isn't worried about her.
Japan.
Upper. Japan upper.
Japan
Upper.
after
Upper.
Japan.
Upper. None.
Bob and Charlotte both feels like they are lost in Tokyo, with all the foreign and completely alien Japanese culture. But in a way, they are also lost in their own lives too.
I don't know. I even tried Ikebana, and John is using these hair products. I don't know who I married.
Can you wait a second? Just hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, sure.
Sorry. What were you saying?
Nothing, it's okay. I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, have the best time, you know? Just call me when you get back, okay? Bye.
Charlotte seems like she married the wrong guy and are lost in her marriage. This mutual feeling of being lost in life bonds them and how they develop their blooming relationship with each other. There are no kisses or crazy nights between them, but only a shared intimacy in which a night out, a walk in the streets, a session of karaoke becomes a powerful expression of their affection.
More than this, you know there's nothing more than this. Tell me one thing more than this.
The relationship we all await only happens in our minds and the protagonists, whom we are not allowed to know everything they say and desire. The setting is crucial. and Tokyo, metaphorically speaking, is the third character in the film. The story will not work if it is located somewhere else. We perceive and experience Tokyo through the eyes of Bob and Charlotte. Whether it is learning about the cultural differences, exploring the lifestyle, and the Japanese way of doing things.
Okay.
The bright colors, the noise of the city, just about everything evokes the various spiritual awakenings of the characters. By stepping into their shoes, this allows us to identify with their behaviors and relate with them better. After all, this movie is Sofia Coppola's love letter to Tokyo. The film relies on the visual depiction and expression of Tokyo to support the characters' romance.
Why Tokyo? You wrote the script, so you created
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Yeah, I spent time there in my 20s, and it always made a great impression on me. There's nowhere like it that I've ever been to, and it's so strange and exciting, and I always wanted to do a film there.
What about Japan so intrigues you?
You just click with certain places, and to me, I met a lot of interesting, creative people there that got me into different music and photography, and it feels like a very exciting modern city, and so into style, and I just the
And
people
so
I met.
compact.
Yeah, and it's just like, and the extremes of so modern, and then an ancient temple next to this neon craziness. But it's really like being on another planet. So
She created 40 pages of photographs for the crew so that they would understand her visual intentions. Lance Accord, the director of photography, wants to maximize available light during shooting and use artificial lights as little as possible. In particular, Accord did not use any artificial lights to photograph the film's nighttime exteriors. Lost in Translation was largely shot in an improvised free-form manner, which Coppola described as stealthy and almost documentary style. The crew shot in some locations without permits, including Tokyo subways, and Shibuya Crossing. They avoided the police by keeping a minimal crew. Accord avoided grandiose camera movements in favor of still shots to avoid taking away from the loneliness of the characters. In interviews, Coppola said she wanted to shoot Tokyo with a spontaneous informality, similar to the way a snapshot looks, and she chose to shoot on high-speed film stocks to evoke a homemade intimacy. Overall, this movie is a slow-burning and moody piece of filmmaking. It examines the intricacies of love, life, and loneliness, the claustrophobia, insomnia, and disorientation of traveling to a foreign country. This movie is about the human connection, the interactions we make along the lines, the spark of promise that meeting someone new brings, teaching us that sometimes unexpected things can happen in our life. Whether it is good or bad, it is up to us to decide how we feel about it and embracing that spontaneity. A story about the inner lives of two people whose souls connect for a brief time in an alien city. It is a love affair not of bodies, but of minds and spirits. The fantasy of meeting someone during your travels and connecting with them much more on a deeper spiritual level. Lost in Translation turned out to be a huge hit in the box office and with critics. The movie grossed $119 million on a budget of $4 million. It was also nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, but only won the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
Sofia Coppola for Lost in Translation.
This is Sofia Coppola's first Academy Award.
The movie was instantly iconic, as it effortlessly connected with hundreds of thousands of millennials, who found it easy to empathize and relate to the protagonist's feelings of being lost, stuck, and confused.
I'm stuck. Does it get easier?
No.
It also made a huge impact on pop culture. Even Shawn Mendes recently made a music video inspired by the film for his new song with Zedd, entitled Lost in Japan. In the music video, Mendes takes on the role of the American celebrity in town to shoot a whiskey commercial. The music video is a pretty faithful homage to the original, basically recreating some of the film's most memorable moments shot for shot. I personally love traveling, and in my opinion, this movie perfectly captures the feeling and experience of a foreigner traveling to Japan for the first time. Confusing, exciting, and out of this world. P.S. During my trip to Tokyo on June 2018, I had the chance to visit the New York bar at the Park Hyatt Hotel, one of the main shooting locations for the movie. It was an amazing experience, and any of you planning to visit Tokyo should definitely stop by. It's a great bar to chill and relax, especially at night. After all,
For relaxing times, make it Suntory time.
カットカットカットカット頼むよ